Here is some information for using the game decks, sets A through J. I have set D right here. Each deck of cards has 32 cards with 4 categories of 6 cards. This deck has 6 cards with money on them, 6 cards with dominoes on them, 6 cards with finger patterns on them, 6 cards with numerals, and 8 wild cards. These happen to be zap cards. Some of the decks have wild cards which have stickers on them. The cards are set up. Sometimes you'll see the letters PW for pairwise. These ones, the dominoes, are set up pairwise because they're set up like doubles and near doubles. So you have 2 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 4, 4 and 5, and 5 and 5. So students who are learning their doubles, like 3 plus 3, can be practicing that and learning the near doubles, using that to help them. So those are called pairwise. In this one, the finger patterns in this one are set up. You'll see the letters FW for 5-wise. These are set up 5 and some more. So 5 and then 5 and 1 more, 5 and 2 more, 5 and 3 more, 5 and 4 more, and 5 and 5 more. We want students to learn automatically that 5 and 2 is 7, 5 and 3 is 8. So they can practice that using these representations. Students can play a variety of games with these game decks. In the lesson plans for the game decks, I have suggestions on how to introduce the decks. I talk about taking care of the cards, how to unzip the bag, and how to start with an easy game such as Top It or War. So, if you were starting with the students and you gave the students, you'll have them work in pairs or groups of 3, and when you hand them the bag, you want them to learn how to take care of these. And so many of the bags have closed and open on them. This one has closed. You want them to be gentle, so you want to talk to them about unzipping it gently and carefully taking the cards out and then setting the bag aside. Some of the games start with removing the zap cards or the wild cards. The first game I suggest that you teach the students is Top It, or the traditional game of war. In everyday math they call it Top It. And so I would have the students take the cards and remove the wild cards. This set actually has zap cards. And I would ask them to carefully put them back in the baggie and then set the baggie aside. And then students at this age struggle with shuffling, so I kind of teach them to just lay the cards down and mix them up in this way to shuffle. And we talk about being gentle, being very careful with the cards, not to, if there's a sticker on it or something, to not peel it off, to be very gentle, to get the cards all mixed up. And then for them to play Top It, 2 or 3 students can play. They place the deck face down. Each student turns a card over, and I always ask them to lay it flat so that both players can see the value. And the first player will say, I have 6. This person has a nickel and a penny. So I have 6. This person says, I have 5. And then I always teach them to say, 6 is more than 5. And then when they take their win pile, I always ask them to place it face up so it doesn't get mixed in with the draw pile. And then they continue to play. Oh, good example. We've got 2 nickels. This person says, I have 10. We have 2 finger patterns, 5 and 5. So this is 10. So both players say, I have 10, and I teach them that if you have a tie, then you each turn another card over. Say your total. This person says, I have 5. This person says, I have 7. This person says 7 is more than 5. And this person takes all of the cards and continue to play Top It or War. It's a great way to start. Now there are other games, and there are mats that you have also. So with the games, with the game sets, there are 6 cards in each category, and there's 4 categories. So you can play a variety of games with this mat. There's other games that can be played on the back. There's a before and after game on the back here. There is a counting game that you can play around here. These are explained on the website. They're explained in the game booklet, so you have lots of resources to help you with that. For the multiplication decks, you can use this game mat and pull out just the first 6 cards in each category, and then you have to eliminate a category because there's extra categories in the multiplication decks. But you could make decks out of the multiplication decks to play on here, or you have a multiplication mat that has all 9 spaces for the cards, and students don't have to have a mat to play because they can make the array and learn how to make the array. So you have lots of options to start with using the game sets. I'd like you to go to the lesson plans for more information for that.